Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Learn English Language Skills. In this video I'm focusing on grammar, especially tenses, and I've made it very easy for you to understand because I've used a very unusual method of explaining. Unusual, but it works wonders. And what is that unusual method? I've used timeline to explain tenses. Also in this video, I have examples of regular, irregular verbs, exercises for you to practice, and whatnot. So you'll be amazed how beautifully the explanation has been done and you can apply in your spoken and written English. So stay with me and enjoy learning. You all know what are tenses. We have a past tense, present tense, and future tense. Tenses. So what do we understand by tenses, if I may ask you? Very easy, isn't it? Okay, so the word tenses, it refers to a period, a time when that activity was done or will be done. So in simple English, tenses refers to your past tense, means yesterday or the time gone by. Present is your now or today. Future tense is what will be, whether it could be tomorrow, day after, or next year. Examples, some sentences I'll give you. I spoke confidently. I speak confidently. I will speak confidently. And oh yes, you will speak confidently after watching this video. Just in case if your concepts were a little shaky, you didn't know how to apply past perfect, perfect continuous, etc., etc., you will be able to master the tenses skill now. So stay with me. Past tense. I have a sentence for you. I went to my grandmother's place. Now this is in simple past tense. Let's see how to write this sentence in past perfect continuous. Now you might wonder that these are just examples. So just by reading these examples, will I master my tenses? No. I have detailed explanation about how to apply this particular tense, whether it's a perfect continuous or whether it's a simple past perfect. When to apply, when should I speak these sentences in this particular format? So I have a detailed explanation in regards to application of your knowledge. So let's see how this sentence is written in past perfect continuous. I went to my grandmother's place will be I had been going to my grandmother's place. Past perfect, I had gone to my grandmother's place. Past continuous, I was going to my grandmother's place. What about present tense? He goes to school. To be written in present perfect continuous, he has been going to school. Present perfect, he has gone to school. Present continuous, he is going to school. Future tense. Example, I will read this book. To be written in future perfect continuous, I will have been reading this book. Future perfect, I will have read this book. Future continuous, I will be reading this book. These were just the examples. Now let me get all your attention to understand them. So first we'll start with simple past tense. What's the formula? Oh, you thought that formula is just in science and maths? No, I think there's a formula in language also. You can see verb plus ed, etc., etc. So I say that yes, there is a formula which you should remember, that in simple past tense you will use your verb, you will suffix ed after that if it is a regular verb. If it is an irregular verb, it will change altogether. For example, eat will become ate. Now hold on, I do have a list of regular and irregular verbs in this video. So if you don't know your verbs, you do have to see my video till the end. So what is past tense? The past tense of verbs expresses events or actions that already occurred. These actions are finite in that they have both a starting and a stopping point. Means, now here, this is the present tense. It is now. Let's say it is today. But whatever you did, for example, I played football whenever. So you are referring it to an activity which you started and finished in the past. That means your activity got completed somewhere in the past. Example, I played football yesterday. Started and finished. It's not continuing. Past continuous tense. What is it? It is an ongoing activity. When? Now? No. Somewhere in the past this activity was going on. For example, it was raining yesterday. So what is it? It is used to describe continuous events which happened somewhere in the past. And how do you frame a sentence? With which helping verbs? You use a was or a were depending on your subject, singular or plural, plus ing form of the verb. Ing form here, the main verb is rain. Ing makes it raining. I think it is very simple. I don't need to go in detail here. Going to past perfect tense. I need your attention here. Now here in the past perfect tense, you have two activities. Both happened somewhere in the past. So when you have a combination of two activities which happened in the past, you speak in past perfect tense, or you write, whichever is the case. Example, I washed the floor when the painter had gone. Now you can see the difference of color here, which signifies that there are two activities which happened in the past, and that is why I have used past perfect tense. And how do we frame? What do we use to make past perfect tense? We use had plus past participle, whether it could be ed or e or en or t, the verbs. So once again, you need to understand what are participles. You can download participles list and probably paste it somewhere so that you can memorize them. I'll give you a definition here. It is used for action that started and finished in the past before another action started. That other action also occurred in the past. Same thing what I told you, two activities started and got over somewhere in the past. Past perfect continuous tense. Now how do we use it and what does it mean? It means some activity which was ongoing and ended at a specified time. For example, he had been looking for the wallet for 2 hours when Risha found out. So now these 2 hours, it tells you about a definite time when that ongoing activity stopped. It was continuing. That's why I've given these 2 arrows. Action started in the past, continued up to another point in the past. In other words, the past perfect continuous is a tense that indicates something that began in the past, continued in the past, and also ended at a defined point in the past. It could be 2 hours, 4 hours, last week. So whenever you have a situation where you have to quote or narrate an incident which was ongoing and it did stop at a particular time, you should use past perfect continuous tense. Now in simple past continuous tense, for example, it was raining yesterday. Now it was raining yesterday, but when did it stop raining? We don't know. It was an ongoing activity yesterday, but we don't know when did it stop. So the perfect, past perfect continuous tense means that there was a stop, a time where that ongoing activity stopped. All right, now this is the detailed formula table. So you thought formula is in science and maths. No, I have it here also. So I have given a detailed table here. Again, one suggestion, if you have a printer at home, take a printout of all these examples and paste it so that it becomes a visual aid for you. So you can know that in simple present, e and es to be done, suffix after the verb. If it is a present continuous, I have to use is, am, are plus ing, etc. So go through all these and paste it either on your study table or on your cupboard, wherever you can see them regularly. The more you see, the more you would grasp it also. I have a task for you. Identify simple past tense verbs. I can see here baked, I can see here wanted. If you've forgotten, go back to the video and see. Next one. Identify past continuous tense. I can see raining here, I can see thundering here, I can see playing here. Rest you figure out. Also, I want you to memorize or practice using verbs. So if it's a present tense verb, beg. How will you write beg into past tense? Beg will become begged, right? Copy will become copied, dried, etc. There are so many. This is the table of regular verbs. This is the table of irregular verbs. Mind you, these are not just total number of regular and irregular verbs. There are many more. As of now, you just go through these. Well, isn't English interesting? Of course it is. Keep learning with me. Do subscribe to my channel. This was part 1. I do have part 2 in which I will be explaining present tense in detail. Do subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.